everybody? So today I figured I'd do a video about turning and going through twisties and things like that, and just kind of understanding the absolute basics of doing that. And so basically 3 things that I have to go over. Oh, hello llama. And so I have 3 things basically that really you need to work on in order to be able to handle going through these twisties a little bit better. The first one is understanding to keep your head up. You know, you always want to be up. You want to be looking at the road ahead of you. You want to be looking to the sides, looking at anything coming onto the road. And you want to make sure that as you're approaching those turns, the road is as clear with your eyes as you can possibly see. You know, I'm already looking into the turn here, so I'm going, okay, I can't see much. It's a blind turn, so I slow down accordingly. Okay, it turns a little, there's a little dirt in the road here, so kind of take it a little easy and we continue on. So you're always going to be looking to your turn. So I'm looking outside, and as the road is opening up, I'm looking. Okay, now I'm looking through to the left to see the turn ahead of me. Alrighty, I saw that car coming. Now I'm looking. Oh, there's some stuff in the road. And okay, and I go through. So that's one of the main things, is you want to be constantly keeping your head up, keeping an eye on what's ahead of you, and making sure that you're essentially clearing the road with your eyes. The second thing would be understanding when to brake. So essentially, if you are a newer rider, when you're approaching a turn, the way that they teach you is always going to be, you know, you want to approach the turn and kind of, you want to get your speed and everything ready as you approach the turn, so that way you don't brake in the turn. And so, you know, that's good if you're a new rider, and it's good to understand that concept, so that way you never basically overshoot a turn and end up off the road or whatever it may be. So, you know, as I'm approaching this turn right here, I'm looking, and I'm looking ahead of me to make sure that I'm approaching the right speed. All right, yep, and I'm good. I'm looking through the turn, and I'm moving out. Same thing with here. Okay, I can't quite see. Speed's good, and I turn. Now, what happens is, as you get more experience, then you learn what's called trail braking. And the way the trail braking works is basically it allows you to approach a turn at a faster speed and brake through the turn. So more advanced riders, basically, it lets me see I'm coming at this turn at 50, but I'm like, oh, okay, I need to slow down. So I can slow down, I can downshift, and I can ride this brake a little bit through the turn, and then as I dip in, it'll allow me to, I let go of the brake, and it allows me to brake in. So I'm braking in the turn, okay, I let off, and I smooth go through. So you want to be able to do all of that and handle braking in the turn. The reason why they don't tell you to do it as a newer rider is because you lack the skills essentially to squeeze the brake instead of, see, watch this, I go in the turn, I'm braking, and I'm off the brakes. So newer riders lack the ability to squeeze instead of grab. So basically what they end up doing is by grabbing the brakes, you shift everything to the front of your motorcycle, and that's what causes your front tire to swipe out from underneath you. Essentially, the downward force created by the brakes and you moving forward on the motorcycle overcomes the tire's natural grip, causes you to wash out. So that's why once you're a little bit more skilled and you understand squeezing instead of grabbing, you'll be able to brake in a turn, and you can approach things a lot quicker. You know, you'll be able to do a little bit more within the turns. The last thing to understand with braking is understanding your line choice. And so when you're going through turns, you want to understand your lines and how to kind of properly pick it. So what that means is, typically as you're approaching a turn, you want to start on the outside of the turn. So you want to be, you know, out here turning left, you know, into the inside of the turn. and then you want to end up on the outside of the turn. So just think, remember, outside of the turn, turning through on the inside, and then coming out on the outside. And the reason why is that essentially creates the straightest line that you can through a turn. So as I'm coming here, I sit on the outside, I look ahead, and I'm turning into the inside, and I'm coming out of the outside. So here's actually a better example. I downshift, okay, and turn inside, and I'm coming out outside. Coming up on this turn, I start on the outside. This is kind of a better one. As I'm turning, I'm on the inside, and as I'm coming out, I'm approaching the outside. And I'm prepping myself for each turn after that. The reason being is that's typically going to be the fastest way to approach a turn. And so, oh, it's pretty out here. So when you're doing that, that's the reason why you want to go the outside, inside, outside, because it's going to give you the fastest route through a turn, the flattest route through a turn. And the one other thing to kind of make sure of too is when you're turning, you don't always want to be like right on the inside of the lane. You kind of want to keep yourself somewhat in the center, on the inside through the turn, etc., or on the outside. But the reason being for that is that you want to be able to avoid if something's in the road. So, as I'm taking this turn, I basically sit on the inside, but I still got more room if I need to. So if I need to really cut it short, I can do that. If I needed to, I could have cut it a little wide. And so that allows you that space to basically cut that turn, and be able to manage where your bike is in that turn. So those are my 3 pieces of advice for turns. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. If you got any ideas for more videos, please let me know. Have a good day.